In a world of glass and steel, where ambition was the only currency that mattered, I was just another ghost in the machine. A single dad, early 30s, with tired eyes and a heart that belonged to a little boy waiting for me at home. Every morning, I'd look at his picture on my phone. His bright smile, a stark contrast to the cold, corporate light of my office. That smile was my reason. It was why I endured. My days were a quiet loop of humiliation. Here, the billionaire CEO, brilliant and feared, made sure of it. My work was never good enough. In meetings, her words were like daggers, slicing through my confidence while my coworkers watched in silence. Cold stares in the hallway, dismissive gestures, swallowed it all. I needed this job. My son needed food. So, I stayed quiet, burying my pride under layers of necessity. One afternoon, it escalated. Another meeting, another public execution. She singled me out again, her voice sharp, dissecting a minor flaw until it felt like a catastrophic failure. The room was thick with tension, so quiet you could hear the collective intake of breath. I just stood there, a target in a tailored suit I couldn't really afford. But that night, something shifted. The office was nearly empty, a ghost town of ambition. I was in the stairwell, whispering into my phone. I promise, buddy, Daddy's trying. I'll make you proud. The words were barely a breath, meant only for him. And then I heard a sound, a sharp inhale. She was there, standing in the shadows of the doorway, frozen. In her eyes, I saw something flicker, not anger, but a deep, unfamiliar pain. For a split second, the titan of industry was gone, replaced by someone lost and alone. The next day, the air was electric, tyranny by the elevators, her expression unreadable. Everyone braced for the final blow, another public lashing. My heart pounded against my ribs, but what happened next, no one could have predicted. She stepped forward, her gaze locked on mine, and then she grabbed the collar of my shirt and kissed me. Time stopped. The hum of the office went silent. A phone clattered to the floor. Coworkers stared, their mouths agape. It wasn't a kiss of passion, but of desperation, of confusion. She pulled back, her face a storm of emotions, shaken, angry at herself. She whispered, her voice trembling. You don't even realize what you are. Later, in the sterile silence of her office, the dam broke. She confessed everything. The bullying wasn't about my work. It was about control. My quiet patience, my refusal to break under her pressure. It was a mirror reflecting everything she'd lost in her own lonely climb to the top. She'd been surrounded by people who feared her or wanted something from her, but no one had ever stayed gentle. For the first time, I spoke up. My voice was calm, steady, stripped of fear. I didn't stay because I was weak. I told her, looking her directly in the eye. I stayed because my son deserves a man who doesn't break. Tears welled in her eyes, real and unguarded. And in that moment, the power dynamic that had defined our world dissolved. Things changed after that. Not overnight, but slowly, like a sunrise. There were quiet apologies, small gestures of respect. She started defending me in meetings, her voice firm. The office culture began to thaw. One day, I brought my son to the office. He was a beacon of pure joy in that world of gray. As he looked around with wide eyes, she approached. A powerful CEO knelt, bringing herself down to his level. My son looked at her, his expression open and innocent, and asked, "Are you the lady who made my dad sad?" She swallowed hard, the weight of his simple question hanging in the air. Power reveals who you are. But love reveals who you could be. Thank you for watching.